What's going on, traders? This is Mike with Tactical Traders doing some end of day scans today on April the 13th. And right now I am looking at ticker symbol FBIO over the past year price history on the daily chart. So overall, this has been a nice little bullish uptrend. You can see obviously through the price action. Earlier in the year we had a low of 189. Now we're just putting in a new high of $6.10. So it's pretty easy to say that this is in a nice bullish trend. You can see the 50 SMA here and the 200 SMA here. These purple and orange lines are both in the upcline fashion, showing me that the bulls are looking pretty good, and also the price action has been staying above those SMAs. So overall, the bulls are absolutely in control. But I wanted to just go over the chart and highlight some areas of interest. And, let's try to develop a nice profitable trade plan on this. But before I go into that, if you like this video, please hit that like button. It helps me out a ton. Definitely appreciate that. So overall, in the last year, we had a lot of resistance right here. If we're looking back at around the $4.70 area. And that got rejected back in early May. It had a pretty nasty gap down, going all the way down to almost our lows earlier in the year, around $2. But since then, we've been putting in some higher lows, creating a nice little uptrend. And we're going to just highlight this right here with a nice yellow trend line. All right, there we go. And then the price got back above that 50 and 200 SMA and kind of just rode that up. And it looks like it was acting as support for a majority of the way before dipping below it shortly over here, but not with too much volume. Then lately, we've had a nice increase of volume. I think this day right here, when we reached that high, we had almost 23 million in volume. So some really nice volume, a lot of eyes on this ticker. But since reaching that high, we had definitely a harsh pullback. But it's actually very interesting on where this pullback happened. And I actually want to highlight this area too down here. This is a pretty interesting area, I think. Oops, wrong tool. Here we go. Let's put it right, I think right there. All right, so right around that 450 area, there's been a couple candles before that were showing that was that area resistance over here. We had like 4 days over here, a day here, and then a couple days over here. This was acting as resistance. Resistance, and now it's becoming an area of support. So it looks like we had a ascending triangle here forming on the daily, where the price kept hitting this trend line, putting those higher lows, then going up to hit resistance, getting rejected back down, hitting that trend line in again, and before coming back up and breaking out. So basically, the price range got tighter and tighter until the move had to happen. But that pullback's really interesting. So I'm gonna just remove this one right here. So we zoom up a little bit on the chart. This is kind of a nice hammer right here, and it formed like again with some good volume. So, and it looks like it hit the bottom wick, hit right on the past area of support. And it's very common to see areas of support when broken to the upside. Areas of resistance being broken to the upside become areas of support. And this was just back tested, in my opinion, at that 450. It had a nice wick where buyers pushed the price all the way back up to close above the last area of resistance. That was at 477, 480, whatever you want to call it. But now that's also kind of being back tested as well by having the majority of this body on the hammer be held above that and closing above that. So a very nice move here and a nice hammer candle. So what I'm going to be expecting to see in the next coming days is we might see some more consolidation, but I wouldn't be surprised to see price action come in with hopefully an increased amount of volume and push this price back up into the fives, and maybe retesting the highs of the six. But I'm going to say the first price target of 575, and I'm going to drop it down to more of a intraday chart. Let's see if we can kind of get something in here. All right, so let's go to the 30-minute. All right, yeah, so we did have that nasty gap down this morning, but the price didn't go too much farther. It kind of bounced off that and has gone up and finishing up the highs, at the highs of the day today. So even though that was a kind of nasty gap down, very interesting chart setup. I would not be surprised at all if we retest the 560 to 580 dollar area tomorrow. And at that point, then we might see more consolidation before hopefully making some new highs. But as you can see, the volume has been pretty good. We're just going to need a good amount of volume. That's going to be really key to show us that there's a lot of bullish strength and a lot of eyes on this ticker. All right, traders. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And until next time, traders, Stay profitable.